Going to be your pole setter in the 95, Mr. Tommy Fain, going to line up on the outside of row number 1.
All right, in second row on the inside, it's Lance Hansen driving his 5.
Would have normally been night 2, but due to Mother Nature's insistence, we had to change our schedule a little bit. Well, we're so grateful that we're able to get everything kicked off, and the Lord gave us beautiful weather for today.
Thank goodness. Well, I'll tell you what, they got a load of rain here yesterday, as well as Greenville did too.
Day before yesterday.
Day before yesterday,
Yeah.
that's right. That was the day before yesterday.
Would have been yesterday, we'd have been in a world of hurt.
We'd be in a big time hurt. Day before yesterday, you're right. That's exactly right.
Man.
So it's going to be good. Anyway, we've got 4 great nights of racing. Well, 3 nights and an afternoon. It's going to start pretty early down at Heart of Texas on Sunday.
Well, Kennedale starts at 6.
That's right. Kennedale bumped it up too to 6.
Because they have to get through by midnight.
That's
They've got
right.
a curfew.
They do have the curfew. They're the only ones that do anymore.
Yeah.
Is Kennedale. And let's see here. I guess old John Webb's decided, we got to do a little bit more track prep, so he's brought out the Packer.
Yeah, he's going to try to bring that high line in, I believe, around. So we'll give us a chance to talk about our sponsors just a little bit. 2022 edition of the Shootout. Tire Demon, one of our fine sponsors this year as they sponsors. And of course, Fast Shafts and B&B Chassis, Summit Racing, Smiley's Racing Products, and Speed Secrets.
And then, of course, we want to thank Garrett and gang out here tonight. Garrett doing a lot of work for IMCA.TV. We'll be taping, here I go again, videoing all of our good stuff, along with My Race Pass. And, boy, where would we be without My Race Pass?
Man, oh, man, I don't know. We lost.
Yeah, lost. I think so. Bay of Headers and Good Towing, along with Stephenville Starter, Western Flyer, and OS1 Racing Chassis. And here they come, Neil. And we're about ready to get underway with this first heat for the Ice Dogs.
I believe we are. And looks like we are doing a Facebook Live on Facebook. So for you folks tuning in on imca.tv on that Facebook Live on Facebook, welcome to the broadcast. I think Garrett said we're going to do about 3 of the heat races here, so give you a chance to kind of see what we got lined up here in the way of action. We're starting off with the IMCA stock cars and doing just a little bit of packing work out there.
Mm-hmm.
So we appreciate we appreciate these guys that work here through the week to make sure this track is ready. John does a lot of the work, but he doesn't do all of it.
No, there's plenty of help for sure.
Hey, and we didn't mention, we talked about Garrett being here from IMCA TV. He came down from Iowa to be with us.
Uh-huh.
But our very own Tony Bond is going to be doing the interviews, filming the interviews from the infield. And he is set up with a remote camera that IMCA brought down here. And he's up here checking it now to make sure everything's good. But he will be down on the infield and doing a really good job of filming the interviews that we do with the drivers after each race tonight.
There you go, filming. You just can't break old habits, can you?
No.
It'll always be film. Digital everything nowadays, but filming is filming.
All right, well, the 114, Thomas Hall Jr., he comes to us from down in the Waco, Texas area, and he's up here to race with us. And then, of course, we've got Mr. Tommy Fain from Abilene out there on the outside of that front row. Those guys will be getting us kicked off here. And Lance Hansen, he comes to us from Palmer, Texas, comes up here to race with us. And good to see him in the field here tonight. And in the 1G, Bosco Garrett is out of Dublin, Texas, down there the other side of Stephenville. So he pulled quite a ways to get up here.
I bet I wonder if he likes Dr. Pepper.
Well, I don't think you can live in Dublin if you don't like Dr. Pepper.
Well,
I think they might kick you out down there.
Maybe.
And then the 858 is Chris Webb out of Hendricks, Oklahoma. The 70 of George Egbert III out of Salado, Texas. That's a beautiful little town, Salado, Texas.
Yeah, it is.
Beautiful little town. And then the Arkansas driver, Hayden Hartwick, the son of Brad Hartwick, who are the 2 stock cars here from the Rosebud, Arkansas area. It'd be Hayden, the son, starting there on the back row on the inside of Mr. Matt Gilliam.
Yep.
Though he is originally an Iowa native, he is now a Fort Worth suburb native, you might say. And he comes from, he calls Hazlitt home now, but originally Matt grew up racing up there in the Iowa area.
Okay.
Or the state of Iowa, I guess I should say. I'm not sure what areas he raced up there, but we got some pretty quick hombres in this race, I'll tell you what. I'm anxious to see who comes out on top tonight. We've got 23 stock cars, so all of them will transfer. Let me verify that, but I'm pretty sure that's right.
Yes, all stock cars transfer.
I won't say it. Jim Stannard with IMCA here as well tonight, so good to see Jim. Don't know what that was. All right, well, still a little packing action going on there, so folks, it'll be a good time to make a quick trip down there to the concession stand. And Bendy and the gang have got some of the best food you'll find at any racetrack anywhere. So they got hamburgers and cheeseburgers. Well, they're hamburgers, but we call them Jeff Burgers because Jeff's our cook down there.
That's right, Jeff Burgers.
Jeff Burgers and cheeseburgers and barbecue sandwiches, hot dogs, Frito pies, jalapeno cheddar sausage dog, one of my personal favorites, jalapeno cheddar sausage
Yeah,
dog.
it is.
Then they got nachos, and they got pretzels with or without cheese, and popcorn. Not to forget the walking tacos.
That's right,
They got
walking
the
tacos.
walking tacos.
Hey, and of course, plenty of cool soft drinks, Gatorade, water, they've got it all.
And we've got Joanne, Emily, Hannah, Brody, Jeff, the cook, and Miss Bendy taking care of all of it. And then don't forget to go over there and see Cheryl in the T-shirt shack. Now, I failed to get by to see her, and she'll probably be talking to me about that, but I'll try to get down and see her in a little bit. But she usually has some kind of special or something. But I know for the last couple of weeks she has had some T-shirts on sale down there.
Ah.
From some T-shirts from last year, and then some T-shirts from the Southern Stampede and the Jordan Page Memorial. They were like $10 a piece. That's a great buy.
Mm-hmm.
But they've also got the event T-shirts for this event, the All-Star Shootout. Good looking, great looking red T-shirts.
They are red.
And be sure and get down there and get you one of those before they're gone. All right, Brad, we are ready to go racing.
We are ready to go racing, by golly.
Heat race number 1 of the evening. Green flags in the air. Peanut says, turn them loose, boys.
And they are racing. Good drag race right into turn 1 between Thomas Hall and Tommy Fain. Tommy Fain just ever so slightly out in front.
And they're 3 wide in a battle back there for the 5th spot. Still hadn't got that sorted out. Looks like Fain is going to pull them out of turn number 4. Oh, Thomas Hall there in the 2nd spot. Lance Hansen up to 3rd. Bosco Garrett in the 4th spot.
Good looking 58 ride at Chris Webb, the 858 ride, and it's a fine looking machine. Well, he's on tail as Gilliam gets on by him.
Hayden Hardwick out of Rosebud, Arkansas, goes up there to battle with the 1G at Bosco Garrett. They're in a battle for the 4th spot. Hayden started back there on the back to the inside of that number 50. Oh, Bosco Garrett gets a little bit loose in turn number 4, has to grab his Dr. Pepper and hang on to it, but he did open the door for Hayden Hardwick to get in solid in that 4th spot. Out front, Tommy Fain starting to check out.
Yeah, he is starting to get a little bit of real estate over the rest of the crew.
No.
And a couple of them.
And the 70 of George Egbert got loose over in turn number 1, and the 50 had nowhere to go. Just gave him a little light tap, and so that brought the 50 to a stop. And then the 858, you were talking about Chris Webb, had nowhere to go, and he got caught up in that as well.
Yeah, he did. He got a little modification to the right front fender, that's for sure.
And I think Gilliam is going to take it to the pits. I guess he figures he will come out and start in the back. Yeah, looked like he's got a little eyebrow hanging down there on the front of that number 858 ride.
Okay.
The fan man, Tommy Fain, doing a good job out front. Thomas Hall, Lance Hansen, they're in that 2nd row. And then Hayden Hardwick, he was doing a good job working his way up through the field as well.
Yes, he was.
Young man out of Rosebud, Arkansas.
You betcha. And we'll see his dad, Brad, here in a little bit. As 1/4 of the Hardwick family, and then the other 2 will be racing the modifieds. They'll be coming up a little later on.
So that would be Brad, Dad, and Lad.
Brad, Dad,
Brad is the dad, and then Hayden is the lad.
Mm-hmm.
But that's not as complicated as Dad, Lad, and Lass over in the Ogle Pits.
The Ogle Pits, that's right. Dad, Lad, and Lass.
Oh, my goodness. All right, Tommy Fang on the point there in this Delaware restart. And he's going to lead them off into turn number 3. Our flagman, Mr. Shane Moss, Peanut, as we know him. Drops that green flag, and we're back underway.
You betcha. And I think we just got 2 laps that officially complete in an 8-lap race.
8 or 6?
8 laps, and we're going to come up to Peanut's flag for lap number 3.
All right, Lance Hansen up to second now. Thomas Hall falls to third. Hardwick in a dead heat there with the 70 of George Egbert in a battle for the 4th spot. Egbert got a nose out front of him as going off into turn number 3, working that higher groove. Can Hardwick? Yes, Hardwick gets a run off the 4, goes up to the inside of Thomas Hall. Now he's in a dead heat battle for that 3rd spot.
Well, that is a good race for 3rd for sure. As Thomas Hall runs in the number 4 spot, he's got a good battle going on with, let's see here, what's that, the number 70 car?
George Egbert.
Egbert, right,
Yep,
George
yep.
Egbert.
Looks like Egbert's going to get that spot away from that 850, or the 114 of Thomas Hall, put Egbert in the 4th spot. Out front, your top 2 leaders, they're starting to pull away quite a ways. Hayden Hartwick up in the 3rd spot there, being pressured now by George Egbert. 2 to go for your leader.
2 laps remaining. That 5 car, it's a good-looking car. Lance Hansen has got the 5H ride, running in 2nd place.
Tommy picking that left front up, hanging it up in the air, and just letting her eat as he makes his way off a 2 down the back stretch. Makes his way through 3 and 4 now, and he's going to take the white flag.
That's right, we're on that last lap. And Tommy Fain just doing a fantastic job, having himself a heck of a ride up in front, followed by Lance Hansen in that 5H car. 3rd still. Good race going on. Hayden Hardwick in there, and here they come.
And it's going to be Tommy Fain with the win, Hansen in 2nd, Hardwick in 3rd, Egbert in 4th, and then Thomas Hall rounding out your top 5. So it looked like Hayden Hardwick had some speed in that car. It just took him a little bit too long to get up through the pack there. But a few more laps, he might have got up there and given a challenge to Lance Hansen for 2nd for sure.
That's true. That's very true.
All right, heat race number 2 on tap now. Looks like Boone Evans is going to be your pole sitter with Tim Clonch in the 18 on the outside.
2nd row on the inside. William Gould, boy, he knows his way around this racetrack in the 6060 car. Next to William in the 4th starting spot will be Shelby Williams. He drives 82.
Row number 3 on the inside, the night train, the 07D driven by Dennis Bissonette. And then Connor Kessler in the Shake and Bake 14X ride.
4th row on the inside, it'll be April Phillips in the number 42 car. And next to April is Chris McCurdy in the 23JR car.
And Chris McCurdy, of course, our long-distance driver.
From the west.
Phoenix, Arizona.
If you're going west, if you're going north, we got what? With some Wisconsin?
Well, I hadn't seen his name on here yet.
Okay,
so
all right.
Maybe he didn't make it.
All right, Boone Evans is on the pole.
Oh, that's a good-looking car. I saw that car come in. I saw the 4 on it, but I wasn't sure who it was. But, man, they really got a nice-looking car there for Boone. With Tim Clonch on the outside. And then we got Kid Rocket, 2nd row on the outside there. All right, here we go. Green flag's in the air. And Brad, we're underway.
We are underway, and it's a drag race into turn 1 between Boone Evans and Tim Clonch. Tim high on the outside in his good-looking 18 ride. Well, I'll tell you what, Tim Clonch has been racing a lot of years. I remember him racing back in the hot stock days years ago in North Texas.
Been working at Smiley's Racing Products in Mesquite, Texas ever since I've known him.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a good battle. Good grief, Boone Evans.
Man,
It's
Boone
still
Evans.
down on the inside.
Man, Boone Evans up there to give him a what for as they make their way down the backstretch.
And Dennis Bissonette, one of our sponsors, Stephenville starter, Dennis Bissonette in that 07 car running in the number 5 spot right now. He's got a good race going on with the number 23 machine of Chris McCurdy from Phoenix.
All right, I guess that car that says 1 on it is Gould's. I don't know. It must be Gould. We'll see if that's got a 60 beside it. Yes, I guess that is Gould, isn't it? Haven't seen him in that car before.
No, I haven't either. William Gould in the 160 car, black car. William usually drives the white modified. We see him in a lot, the 60 car.
All right, the 23 of McCurdy, your national point leader going into tonight, if I remember right, and trying to work his way forward. Had to start at the back of the pack, so we got a lot of work to do. They're right on the tail of Shelby Williams. Shelby right on the tail of Gould. Your 2 top cars starting to break away now. Look there, Clonch back to the inside of Boone Evans and gets the lead out of 4.
He does. Clonch doing a fantastic job, Tim, up in front of them all. And, well, look at this. The number 6, William Gould was able to make a pass on the number 4 car of Boone Evans.
That makes me wonder if something hadn't broke on that 4 machine of Evans, because he is really falling back in the pack and looks like that car is, I believe he's got a flat right rear tire. He does. No wonder he fell off the pace.
Aha, okay.
That makes sense now. Okay, well, Tim Clonch, big lead over Gould as they come out of 4, and they're going to take that white flag. 1 to go.
1 to go, and it's still William Gould doing a fine job running in that number 2 spot in the black number 1 or 160 car,
Yep.
followed by Shelby Williams in the 82 ride. And then, of course, the 23 machine of Chris McCurdy. He runs 4th.
All right, checkered flag flies. It's going to be Clonch with the win. In second, going to be Gould. In third, Williams. And then McCurdy in 4th, and Bissonette in the 5th spot.
So good race.
There you go. Heat race number 2 in the books. Heat race number 3 coming up next. And let's see, Cody Klein going to be your pole setter. Let's see where that young man is from. Cody Klein, the 86C out of Sulphur Springs, Texas.
Okay.
And then the 29F, Jim Fowler. He is out of Wilson, Oklahoma, I believe. He'll be on the outside of that front row.
All right, second row. On the inside will be the 13G car of David Good. And next, Dave, it is Marcus Harcrow driving the 29 ride.
A couple of Waco drivers up here to run with us. And then we got Brad Hartwick.
That's right.
In the 06 ride, third row on the inside. And then Mr. Speed himself, Jeffrey Abbey in the 37. And then Thomas Hall in the 20T is going to round out your field.
And you know what? It looks like there's going to be 6 of them coming out here. 6.
All right, supposed to be 7. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Looks like we are missing one, doesn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Well, let's see if we can figure out who that is. That'd be the 114 of Thomas Hall.
Okay.
Would be the one that we're missing. Marcus Harcrow, driver out of the Waco area. Harker Heights, as a matter of fact.
Mm-hmm.
David Good out of Copper's Cove. Jeffrey Abbey out of Boyd, Texas. He moved to Boyd up there with his brother Dean.
Aha. All right. Peanut drops the green, and we are underway. And jumping into the lead is Jim Fowler in that 29F car. As he brings him smoothly into turn 1. Whoops, gets a little bit high. The 29 ride is right there, Marcus Harcrow. And now Marcus goes to the lead. Neil.
And here comes David Good, senior on the inside there. Going to try to work his way forward. And hey, Good gets it by about a fender length over the 29 of Harcrow. Harcrow doubles back on the inside. But look at that drive that Good gets off of 2 down the backstretch.
Jim Fowler still doing a fine job holding on to the number 2 spot.
No, that's Harcrow.
Oh, I'm sorry, Harcrow in the number 2 spot.
The other 29.
You betcha, the other 29. You gotcha. There's a pair of them.
Yep. The 37 of Jeffrey Abbey putting pressure on Harcrow for that second spot. Looks like he's going to get the run off of 2 down, go to second as they go off into turn number 3. Will he be able to drive up there and challenge David Good Sr. for that lead.
Yeah, we shall see. David Good doing a good job in that 13G car up in front, but Abby on the gas, and well, not sure if he's reeling them in or not, but he's right there.
Good gets a good run off of 2. Every time he comes off of 2, he just blasts off down that back stretch.
Yes, he does.
And Abby having trouble reeling him in. Coming up on, that was lap number 4, so we're halfway home, I do believe.
We are halfway home in this 8-lap heat race.
Well, Good and Abby are stretching out a big lead now. Hartgrove starting to fall back a little bit. Abby has got up within about 2 car lengths of the leader as they go down in. Try to get a nose under in turn number 1.
It's close. We shall see. Abby carries a left front about halfway down the back chute. And it continues to be the 13G car, David Good, out in front with 2 laps remaining.
2 laps remaining for sure. And I'll tell you what, Abby going to take a look to the outside now. See if he can find some momentum off of there. And he does stay up with Good that time, which he's not been able to do running that low groove. So that higher groove seems to be working for him. They come screeching out of turn number 4. Take the white flag, 1 to go.
And we are on that final lap, and it continues to be Good right out in front of Abby. Good battle up in front.
All right, this is Abby's last chance. What's he going to do? He's going to dive to the inside. Can he get the bite off of 4? Man, looked like he might get her done. And he does by a bumper.
Yeah, maybe 3 foot, maybe.
My goodness, so put Abby with the win. Good in second. Hartgrove in third. Hartwick in fourth. Fowler and Klein going to round.